Hi, Ellie here. Today we are going to go over what you need to know when you use the Ooni Koda 2 pizza oven. This is a 14-inch gas-fired pizza oven. So first of all, make sure the legs of the pizza oven are out and you've set it up properly and it's all stable. So the first thing you do when your pizza oven is nice and cold, turn over the pizza stone from your previous cook and you'll have a nice clean stone. And that's because the stone will burn off the debris during your cooking time. So when you've finished cooking for the day, you'll have some debris on the top stone again, and then when it cools down, just turn it over and you'll have a fresh, clean stone again. Next, we'll go over the setup of the oven. The pizza stone is nice and thick, and it really does pull in that heat. So make sure your stone is nice and clean, as we've just mentioned. Next, you turn on the gas. The gas is easily attached to a gas bottle, and once you've done that, you just ignite it using the battery-powered ignition dial. So you will need to put the gas oven on full flame to heat up. And it will take about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe faster. It just depends on your climate, where you live, if it's warm or if it's windy. Once you've put the full flame on, start making your pizza whilst it's warming up. So whilst your oven is heating up, all you need to do is make your pizza. But it's important to check the temperature as you're making your pizza. So the closer you are to the pizza oven as you make your pizza, the better, because you will need to make sure the stone gets to the right temperature. And by the time you've done that, depends how fast you make your pizza, then your pizza oven will be ready. And so for this, you will need a laser thermometer. The Ooni Koda 2 does not have an internal dial for measuring the temperature. So you will need to get a laser thermometer. This is really important. You cannot cook a pizza without one because you will not know what the temperature of the stone is. And it's really important that you do, because if you don't, the pizza will burn or be undercooked. The temperature you need to get the pizza oven stone to is 430 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure about my Fahrenheit, so I think it's about 806. So once you've warmed up your oven and it's hit that 430 Celsius, I'll keep it to Celsius because I will make Fahrenheit errors, then you can start cooking on the stone. So the more times you cook, the more experienced you will get at knowing when the oven will be ready. You'll find that this will just flow naturally. When you cook your pizza, you won't even think twice about it. But at the beginning, when you get to know your oven and you learn how to make your pizza, pizza cooking is about managing timings. It's about managing temperatures. So having a clock maybe near you would help. I've never used one, but having a clock around you may help you manage your timings. So next we need to make sure that we've got a peel that fits the oven. A pizza peel is a tool that you use to launch your pizza into the oven and also to maneuver your pizza in and out of the oven. So when your oven is hot and ready to cook on, you need to make sure that your pizza is on the launch peel. These launch peels can be metal or wood, but I use wood ones. For this oven, because it's a 14-inch pizza oven, for launching you can use either a 12-inch or a 14-inch. It depends on how big or small your pizza is. I generally use a 12-inch peel. So I use the wood pizza peel for launching, and then I grab my metal pizza peel for the turning. You can turn inside or outside the oven. It depends what you're comfortable with and what you're skilled at doing. I would recommend learning to use a round metal turning peel. It's good to have a pizza peel ready for that quick turn, because what happens is you can see your pizza cooking and think, oh wow, that's cooking really nicely there, and then within seconds it's boom, it's done, and you might have taken your eye off the ball just for a few seconds and probably overdone. I have done that so many times. Just be careful how fast it can cook. So at the beginning it's a bit slower, the dough is cooking, everything's warming up in there, but then it's the last 30 seconds that are really crucial for the cook. The gas burner at the back heats up the stone really evenly in this oven, which is so handy because it helps you cook your pizza. You don't need to turn the pizza as often because of how evenly the stone temperature is on this pizza stone. So I found from all of my cooks in this oven, I am just turning this pizza once. I launch it and then I turn it once and then I remove it, and it's that simple. And that's because this gas burner at the back, with its new technology, it heats up the front of the stone as well as the sides and the back. It's just really, really clever. I've settled on cooking at a 3/4 to full flame. So on the dial, it's like 3/4 to the max flame. And that's where I've settled on cooking. I find it a nice cooking place. You can cook on full flame if you want, that's fine. You probably will have a much faster cook, but I like settling on about 3/4 flame. It just makes my cook nice and steady. If you choose a full flame or a half flame or 3/4 flame cook, it still cooks your pizza quickly, so keep your eyes on the pizza at the back. You will need to rotate it. As soon as you can see it bubbling, move it round. The stone is lovely and thick with this oven, and it really does retain that heat. And because the gas burner spreads that heat so evenly, you need to check that if you are doing multiple pizza cooks, then the stone will need to be monitored after each cook. It may go up too high. If it goes up to 500 in the center of the stone, you need to bring it back down, and you can do that either by using a cast iron pan, which pulls the temperature out of the stone very quickly in about 30 seconds, or you can just wait for the oven to cool down. That takes a lot longer because the stone tends to retain the heat very well, so you may be waiting a bit of time for that stone to go down in temperature. I would use a cast iron pan to bring that heat out very quickly. It's very effective. It doesn't just take the heat out of the top layer of the stone, it kind of pulls it out from the center of the stone, which is why sometimes when you measure the temperature on the top of the stone, sometimes you think, oh gosh, yeah, that says 430, but inside the stone it's a lot hotter. But be very careful, because when you remove that cast iron pan, it will have absorbed all the heat from the stone, so you will need your gloves to remove that pan. So we've gone through the whole cooking process of the stone, the heat, the size of the peels, the temperature that it requires to be cooked at, the size of the flame, and multiple pizza cooking and how the oven affects that. We've gone through all of those. So if you've got any questions about this oven, about anything that I haven't covered in this oven, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you've got any tips on your cooking experiences of pizza or other dishes in the oven, please let us know in the comments below. It'll be helpful for me and others who check out the comments for tips as well. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.